Hi there, and welcome to part 3 of the video series on for the first quarter of immigration. And now, have you clicked on this video because the subject of immigration actually resonated with you? Perhaps you have moved recently and you're finding that you are sensing or feeling a range of emotions, be that excitement and joy and happiness and love because you have found yourself in a new place and you're really connecting well with it, or you might be feeling what I call the 6-week or 7-week low point. You've reached the rock bottom, or it might feel like you reached the rock bottom because the reality of the move, the immigration, has actually kicked in, and now you're wondering, have I taken the right decision to have immigrated? Do I go back home? What do I do next to make me feel better? And because I don't want to be feeling these emotions right now. So I've been there myself. I have lived in multiple countries during my life journey up to this point in time, including Ukraine, New Zealand, Spain, and United Arab Emirates. So I feel you. I definitely can resonate with how you're feeling. There's ups and downs. There's definitely a cycle of emotions that occurs. So many choices and decisions that have to be made. So much newness and innovative things coming towards you, and new people in your life. So I can understand. And hence the point of this video series. I wanted to share with the world some universal laws and some practical tips about practicing love during that first quarter of immigration. Now, I'm just going to grab a couple of intuition cards and oracle cards, because that's what I do, to see if the beautiful angels and archangels and the spirit might have something else to say that I haven't thought about earlier on. But just as I shuffle the deck, just recapping, in a summarized form, some advice as to what you might want to consider doing. So, speaking love, it's all about thinking love first. It's all about trying to actually, review the decision as to why you have moved in the first place, to see if it still resonates with you and it gives you that bigger picture of what it is that you were trying to achieve when you immigrated. Think love for yourself. Try and give yourself a bit of a pep talk that you've taken the right choice, that you are moving in the right direction, and you have moved to a right place for you. Identify any fears or any sensations of lack by actually addressing them head on, to try and get that awareness as to why you might be feeling low frequency emotions, if you're feeling that, of course. If you're not, that's fine. And ultimately, pray for yourself. Ask for some guidance from whoever it is that you believe in, including yourself. Think well for yourself. In terms of speaking love, well, there's the language. If you moved overseas, speaking different language, not your native language, is a great start. And don't forget, if you're having those feelings of homesickness or just low emotions, connect with your loved ones back home. Give them a video call, chat. Be open, talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that might really resonate with you. And then ultimately, seek community and support from your community, the people that you resonate with, be that your local church or the people who speak your language, or people who might be professionally doing what you do, as an example. So seek out those, and you might find, positive light at the end of the tunnel after having taken that step. Alternatively, discover yourself by immersing yourself in the local culture and traditions, by, as I said, going for a walk. See, literally learn your environment, learn your surroundings, learn what's happening in the radius of, say, 2 to 3 kilometers out from where you actually physically live. You might find some, you might go on an adventure, and you might find some amazing people that take you to places in your life that you just never know of. So, with that in mind, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and remember, I'm all about encouraging people to practice love. The more you think love, speak love, do love, I truly believe that you will get more love in return. And I suspect that in the context of the first quarter of immigration, trust in that will occur for you. So we've got the card of 16, it's achievement, and we've got a couple of words here which says completion, reward, and we've got a man who must have been a runner who has just what feels like crossed the line, finish line, and he's the winner, has number 1, because he has just stepped over that line. So the immediate thing that comes to me to mind is the fact that obviously when you literally cross a border, the finish line, or in the subject matter as you go overseas or you cross a border, you immigrate, it will feel amazing, because that in itself is a completion of a certain process, i.e. the planning that will have gone into your decision to immigrate and the actual physical move, right? So there's a completion of that cycle, right? A transformation. So another universal law is that I talk about is transformation of energy, right? And there's always completion of something and a new beginning, because that's the whole point of transformation, right? Of energy. So yes, you're completing a cycle of pre-immigration, and then when you cross that line, you're in a new beginning, right? And it will feel like an achievement in itself, right? Because you're courageous, you have done the thinking, the planning, the arranging, physical steps, wrapping up bits and bobs in your place of home or wherever it is that you have just come from, and you have achieved the actual immigration, the move. So in a way, that's a sense of victory. That's something you can pride yourself on, and when thinking and speaking love to yourself, actually, for having achieved that in your life, that you have taken the steps to immigrate, and you have done so courageously, and there will be rewards for it. So as we mentioned during part 2, every single new experience is an opportunity for personal growth and development. And even though there might be a cycle where things are going up initially after your immigration, and then the reality kicks in and it might feel low, but then steadily, as time moves on, time heals, you will be doing things, you will start feeling better, and reap the rewards of that in due course, and trust that rewards will be coming on your journey. So that's fantastic, that's fantastic. Now I might pick another card from the intuition deck, because I didn't pick any cards during part 2, so I might just do another card for part 3 to see if anything else pops through. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I might just have a sip of tea to just help me through this. Actually, something I might share with you as I'm shuffling this deck. Yeah, something that happened to me literally just before, just an hour before I started filming this video, that might be an important message in itself. And yeah, so an important message that has come through for some, perhaps, and it literally took place an hour before I started filming, is I had my dinner plate has fallen out from my cupboard and completely fell on my tiles in the kitchen and shattered to pieces, and I was not even literally standing in the kitchen, I was on the other side of the room. So, and obviously when it occurred, it kind of sent this wave of what was it, shock, because it was really, really, really loud, and I could literally feel kind of goosebumps come through me just because you had that irky sound. So maybe that's a message for some of you, that during the move of first quarter immigration, some things might be happening in the background, or something, the actual move in immigration might sort of hit you like a huge shock of wave that you didn't expect. That might be something that you're feeling or going through, or may have gone through. So I'm just just talking out loud the sensation that I have felt prior to making this video, and that might resonate with some of you. Maybe that's the 6-7 dip that you're experiencing, that low frequency whereby it just really, really shocks you out of nowhere, or something happens of that nature. The other thing that happened was I physically felt really, really cold all of a sudden, hence why I went and grabbed this warm cardigan for myself. So I might actually be living now in a place of where it is actually cold physically, you know, or you might be feeling you're left out in the cold because you feel so isolated and alone, and you feel like you're going through this alone. Just remember, you're never alone. Your angels and archangels and your spirits and your ancestors and the presence of love and light is all around you. I know you might not see it physically, you might not hear it with your ears, but hopefully in your heart, if you put your hand on your heart, you will actually sense the presence of that. So just trust in the fact that you're never truly alone, and you've got networks and you've got support so long as you seek for it. As I mentioned in one of my parts, in one of the sections of part 2, reach out to your loved ones, whoever that may be in your life, family, extended family, relatives, friends, colleagues. Just reach out to somebody and have a great chat about the good, the bad, and the ugly in that situation. And yes, the last thing that happened just before I talk about these couple of cards that fell out. Well, because I felt cold, the other thing I wanted to grab was some slippers for my feet. And I literally kneeled down to go grab my slippers, and I literally hit my head on the wall. I'm an adult. That usually doesn't happen, okay? But I just kind of stood up. I was like, wow, where did that happen? Why did that happen? And so the instant I was like, right, perhaps some of you might feel like you're literally hitting the wall, and this experience is making you feel like you don't know what practical steps you can take next in order to make yourself feel better, or just to confirm to yourself that you've taken the right decision to immigrate, or you genuinely don't know what's next, or you're trying things but things are going nowhere, so you feel like you're literally hitting the wall. If that situation, perhaps pray, think. If you don't pray, just think, address whoever it is that you believe in, ancestors, spirits, angels, archangels, whoever it is that you believe in, the planet. You can always talk to the planet, she's right here with us. And just ask for a physical sign. What step can you take in order to stop hitting the wall, like literally? So, and trust in the universe, pick up on the signs that the universe might be sending your way, whether that be through your thoughts or other physical things, be that lyrics in the music or a song, or a phrase in the book that you're reading, or anything I may have said in this video series. Something might just resonate with you. Make sure to watch parts 1 and 2 just to make sure you get the breadth of the content of this video series, and any other physical signs that might come your way. Just trust that, hey, that might be the universe speaking to you. So what we've got here is a couple of cards from the intuition deck. One is called Surrender, well, that's a good one, and the other one is Pause. Okay, and so when perhaps this is directing more at that low frequency emotions, if you're experiencing those during your immigration, pause for a time and to reflect. We've got a beautiful hand here, which could mean the divine, and we've got the hand that is full of water, and there's a fish underneath it. So the most instant thing I am thinking about is water usually signifies emotions, and a fish can mean a lot of things actually, but under this context I think it's all about, when you're fishing you have to be patient, okay, in order to catch a particular fish, right? You have to have the patience. And so going back to one of the think love tips that we discussed in part 2, have the patience, think resilient thoughts, have patience in yourself, and the reality will unfold in the matter that is for your highest good. I think this is what the divine hand is probably trying to portray here through this message right to me that I can see on the card. It's, things are all happening in divine timing, and the fact that you've taken such a huge leap of faith, you know, through the immigration move. That's a huge milestone in itself. Trust in the divine timing and the divine circumstances to unfold in the right manner for your highest good. So yeah, just for pause. And then surrender. So surrender to the divine. Surrender to the natural flow of things. Surrender to the cycles that I've just mentioned, the natural cycles, the way things just happen. You know, Gaia, planet Earth, has her own way of knowing what is best for her own highest good and for the collective and each individual. So surrender to the natural flow of things and let it just unfold in exactly the manner that things ought to occur. Anything else that might be coming through? Oh yeah, so lack of control. So what I'm seeing with this image with the lady, she's just truly peaceful. She's surrendering to what is happening. She's got a bird that is actually carrying her on her wings, and she's not trying to control anything or anybody. So maybe that's a message that might resonate with some of you at this point in time, is to just let go. Stop controlling the situation. You know, sometimes we can get too much in our head that something has to occur in exactly the manner that I have set out, step by step, A, B, C, D, E. But the truth is, that might not be the best for your highest good. And having that awareness might be the key that you needed to hear. That sometimes letting go of control and just letting the natural things, natural ways of events to unfold, let them happen. Just surrender, let the natural way and flow to occur, and that might be the best thing for you, or trust that that's the best thing for you, and it will be. So with that in mind, I think I'm done for this video series. So please do like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if any of this content resonated with you, or if you like the format. Comment down below if you're actually an immigrant and this has proven useful. If there's any other practical tips, you know, about how you can practice love in the situation, please comment them down below, because the truth is those sorts of comments might actually be helpful to other immigrants who are finding themselves in similar circumstances. So just share away whatever love you have in the comments below. Now, you might know is I have made a commitment to donate 22% of my income as the Loving Soul, aka Viktoriya, to donations and noble causes. So any kind of support from you through liking, subscribing, commenting, things like that, sharing the content with others would be greatly appreciated and supported. And in fact, together through those donations we will actually multiply the love to so many out there. So watch out for a video series as well, where I'll be actually talking about immigration with children and what you can do to practice more love towards your children in those circumstances. That will be coming up in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day.